hit you with a question that on the surface sounds poetic, but lands like a brick. If reality is a mirror, why does it keep reflecting the same patterns back to you, even when you swear you're thinking positive? Because what's shaping your life is not your best mood, not your Sunday inspiration, not your affirmations you repeat for 30 seconds and forget. No, it's the signal you sustain. It's the tone you carry when nobody's watching, the inner posture you live from, the identity that you're broadcasting in silence. And today we're doing something powerful. We're mashing up two worlds that on the surface look totally different, but under the hood are talking about the same engine. Helena Blavatsky, the mother of modern theosophy, and Seth, channeled through Jane Roberts, the blueprint of reality creation for an entire generation. So, if you've ever felt like something deeper is going on, or my life is repeating like a playlist I did not choose, this one's for you. Now, before we go deeper, quick intro. Helena Blavatsky, other known as H.P. Blavatsky, was an 1800s writer and occult philosopher who helped launch the modern theosophical movement. Her whole mission was basically stop thinking reality is only what you can see. She wrote about hidden laws. She wrote about layers of consciousness, correspondences, the idea that the physical world is not the source, it's the result. And then later, Jane Roberts began the Seth sessions, and Seth kept repeating this in his own way. Your personal experience is formed from the inside out, through belief, through expectation, through inner imagery, and the framework you live within. Now listen, I am not asking you to blindly accept anything. I'm asking you to test one idea. If everything is vibration, then what are you consistently vibrating? Because that's what your life will keep building. Now when I say vibration today, I mean the emotional atmosphere you default to, the assumptions you treat as just reality, and the self-image you keep returning to even after motivation fades. That's your signal. Blavatsky's world says reality has deeper structure beneath appearances. Seth's world says, yes, and your consciousness participates in that structure. So here's the mashup. Reality isn't only attracted, it's also emitted. And the universe responds more to your consistent emission than your occasional desire. Now, it's important to remember that the human being was not born to receive. He was forged to project. Now, in Seth's terms, that basically means you are not powerless in a random universe. You are a co-creator inside a living system. And here's the part people miss. You do not create with surface thoughts. You create with what you continuously sustain. So, if you say, I want love, but constantly sustain, I am not safe, your life will keep producing the not safe version of love. If you say, I want abundance, but your inner identity is, I'm always behind, your life will keep printing receipts that prove you right. That's not punishment. That's called correspondence. Correspondence. So let's get practical. Thought emotion, and will must align. Let's call it the generating triangle. Number 1, clarity. The picture is stable. Number 2, emotional charge. It feels real. Number 3, direction. You hold it without wobbling. Now, Seth would say something like, your beliefs are the foundation. If your foundation contradicts your goal, the goal collapses. So the reason people affirm and get nothing isn't because the universe hates them. It's because their inner system is broadcasting mixed signals. The mouth says yes, but the gut says no. The body braces and the identity whispers, don't get your hopes up. That's a split signal. And the field responds to coherence. So here's the upgrade. Stop trying to want harder and start trying to align cleaner. Now, this is where Seth and the esoteric tradition shake hands. Words matter because words reveal the belief you're living from. If you keep saying, this always happens to me, you're not describing life. You're engraving a groove. If you keep saying, I can't catch a break, even if it's a joke, it's a rehearsal. And rehearsal becomes reflex. Reflex becomes identity. Identity becomes experience. So here's a simple practice for 24 hours. Don't do positive. Do precise. Instead of I'm broke, try I'm rebuilding my money pattern. Instead of I always get played, try I'm learning to choose from clarity, not craving. Instead of I'm stuck, try I'm in transition and I'm choosing my next signal. Not fake, not cheesy, just powerfully accurate. Now, visualization fails when it's done from urgency because urgency is a vibration. And urgency usually means I don't have it. So you can picture a mansion all day, but if your field says lack, you're still broadcasting lack. Seth would call this, you're trying to move into a new reality while still insisting the old one is true. So here's a better method. Don't visualize the big dramatic finish line. Visualize the new normal. Picture an ordinary day where the thing is already integrated. How do you wake up? How do you breathe? What doesn't bother you anymore? What do you no longer react to? Because the subconscious responds to normal more than it does fantasy. And when your body starts treating that new normal as familiar, your choices shift. Your attention shifts. Your timing shifts. Your opportunities shift. Not magic like a cartoon, but magic like alignment. Let's talk about doubt. Doubt is not evil, but sustained doubt is creative in the wrong direction. It's sort of like firing an arrow with the tip pointing one way and the feathers pointing the opposite way. You're still firing, but you're not hitting the target. So here's the key. Don't wage war on doubt. Shrink the mission until you can be coherent. If you cannot fully believe my whole life changes this month, then try this. This week, I'm proving to myself I can shift patterns. If you can't believe I'm fully healed, try I'm moving one step deeper into stability and relief. Coherence beats hype every time. So here's the question that changes everything. What's repeating in your life? Same relationship dynamic, same money anxiety, same confidence crash, Same almost made it loop. Same self-sabotage at the finish line. That repetition isn't your curse. That repetition is your instruction. Not moral instruction, no, energetic instruction. Life keeps showing you the pattern until you change the signal that summons it. And the fastest way to find your signal is not your goals. It's your loops. Now, this part is huge because even if your mind tries to think right, your body holds the truth. Where do you tense when you imagine success? Where do you tighten when you imagine love? Where does your breath shorten when you picture peace? That's where the contradiction is stored. So here's a 60-second practice. Close your eyes. Pick one desire. Love, money, health, confidence. Now, imagine it already real, just a normal day living it. Notice this. Where does your body resist? That spot is your real work. Not more affirmations, no. Not more hype. More honesty, more safety, more integration. Because your fuel follows your embodied truth, not your motivational speech. So, in closing, Blavatsky points to the hidden structure behind reality. Seth points to your living participation in that structure. Meaning, you don't have to beg the universe. You do not have to beg the universe. You don't have to perform spirituality. You don't have to scream affirmations into the mirror. You have to become coherent. Your mind, your emotion, your words, your identity, all pointed in the same direction. Because the world doesn't respond to what you want once. It reflects what you sustain. And if you change what you sustain, you change what returns. If this video hit you, comment, "I'm changing the signal." And tell me what loop you're breaking. Love, money, health, confidence, purpose. And if you're not subscribed, please like, subscribe, and share the video. Because I think we're going to keep blending the deep esoteric with Seth-style reality creation in a way you can actually use in real life. I am Tony Victory, a wolf uncaged. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you to all that have supported the channel through buying me a coffee. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Until the next time, peace. If you found something in this video that sparked a thought, shifted your perspective, or just made you feel more grounded, consider showing some love by buying me a coffee. It helps fuel the channel, keeps the uploads coming, and lets me know that the content matters to you. The link's right below in the description or on my channel banner. No pressure, just appreciation if you're moved to support. And as always, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I am Tony Victory, a wolf uncaged. Thank you. Peace.